and today I'm giving you very much rock. And ladies, we are back with another banger, with another good video. I've been missing, and I know you guys deserve something with some color, with some, liners. So I'm gonna do the whole 9 yards for y'all. So we have our lovely model, and then yes, here we go. We have this DM Volume 5 palette. This retail for $125. I'll make sure I put the link down below so you guys can purchase it if you want to. This was a very pricey palette. And Sephora workers, I love you guys. Shout out to you. But they're very convincing. They're like, oh, I want you to try this. Oh, it just came out. It's limited edition. And I'm like, okay, let me see. I swatched it and it came out to some beautiful chrome metallic colors. And I love stuff like that. So I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do a raw video for you guys today. If you guys are already raw babes, if you know, you know that I love using eczema wipes to wipe down my client's skin to avoid any breakouts and also to have a clean base. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome, girl. This is the page where you'll learn all the gems and one tools. But yes, so I went right into it. I will use my favorite NYX pencil. This is in the shade Espresso, which is one of my favorite shades. And also before, to prep her brows, I made sure I arched them and also went in with some dual lash glue. So when I use dual lash glue, it's to have the eyebrows long lasting, so it can be firm, so the eyebrow hairs can be luminous. So I love a good eyebrow. I love a good snatch, and that's why I use the dual lash glue. But I would just lightly fill in. And some tips for my upcoming MUA. Shout out to y'all who follow me on Instagram at LashaysGlamz. It was one day on my story when I was helping, and also my live, when I was helping give advice to the girls in their pages and what they should do to better their work and their craft. And one thing I can say, ladies, if your clients have thick brows, let them remain thick. Do not overdo it. Less is more. I feel like when my clients come in with thicker brows, I just avoid doing too much. I avoid doing what I regularly do with a client with barely any full brows. So I just fill in a little bit. I don't do too much because I feel like when they have thick brows, it's so beautiful. You don't have to make it thicker and bigger. So if you notice that the eyebrows are looking not how it was when your client first sat in the chair, that means you have to conceal a little bit more to bring it back down a notch, just to keep it natural and simple. If you guys have been watching me, you know sometimes I use dual lash glue first on the brows before filling it in. But now I'm going to show you guys that you can also use it after filling it in, because I know a lot of reviews say, hey, it's a little harsh when I do it. Sometimes it's like that. It's either you're a little too light-handed or you just use too much of the dual lash glue. So what's better is just keep your natural routine, fill it in, and after you can use the dual lash glue and it'll still make the same purpose as using it before. To conceal her brows, I'll be going in with the Born This Way concealer in the shade Cookie. Now I'm making sure that I blended that concealer onto her lid. That will be the base for your shadows. And also make sure you set your concealer with some translucent powder. I set mine with the Airspun translucent powder, and I love the finish it does. When you're setting your lids, it's to avoid any creasing when it comes to cut creases or eyeshadows. So the first shade I'll be going in with is this brown bronzer shade from Morphe in the shade Trailblazer, and I'll be just blending that in her crease. To cut the crease, we'll be going in with the P. Louise blank canvas. And I love the P. Louise base. It's so creamy and just very full coverage. So this method I'm just showing you guys, this is called the connect the dot method. And usually I show this for the girls who take the one-on-one courses with me in Miami. But I feel like you guys deserve this too. So when you connect the dots, you tend to have your tracing format, and then you can see where you want your cut crease to be at, and then you just fill in, and then you start to correct the edges of it and make that cut crease very crisp. So that's how I usually love to do my cut creases. I like to form it and map it out just so I can know what I'm doing and then perfect it after. So after I blended out her cut crease, it was still a little wet, so I had her blow it down just so it can dry down a little bit more. And now I'll be going in with my shades. And make sure when you are using different shades that it's visible, that you can see every shade you're using. So I use different brushes for each shade, and the brushes I use you can get from the hair store, y'all. Stop being scared. Stop spending all that money on Sephora brushes or Morphe brushes. I love y'all, but I'm just saying those, they have good brushes, but still work in your budget. Like, use brushes that can be very affordable and save you money. So the brushes I used was from, I think, Ruby Kisses. That's from the hair store. I had multiple, and for each shade I just used the different brushes, and look how beautiful it just pop on those chrome creamy metallic colors. So y'all make sure y'all go to the hair store, y'all. They got some bomb products. So I went in with the NYX white liner, the waterproof liner. This is the liquid liner. You guys can get it from Ulta, Walmart, Walgreens. And I was so puzzled because I literally wanted to do something over the top. Like, I didn't want to just leave her with these beautiful colors on her lids. You guys can try that if you just want a little something, something. But if you want to go a little extra notch and you want this look to be an aspiring look for like a photo shoot or something like that, I had to up it up a notch. So I went in with the white liner. I feel like it was going to give a more graphic and bold look. So when I went in with the liner and make it like a cat eye, you guys can see me mapping it out before I even go in with it. At this time, you have to have a very steady hand. I can't really teach people how to have a steady hand. It goes off of practice. It goes off of confidence and being focused. So I tried my best to have a still hand, and then we just connected that end piece, and then we just made a cat eye real quick, and it was so beautiful. And we had a little area in between where it was like an opening where we didn't have no shadow right there. So I went in with like a small angle brush, and I went in with that first dark blue shade for the end and just filled it in, and I just went back and forth with trying to make it as sharp as possible and look as filling. And that was the eye, y'all. This eye was giving. She felt in love. I was like, girl, look in the mirror, look at the eye, girl, it's giving. And she just overloved it. So you guys, I feel like if you want to try this inspired look, please tag me at LashaysGlamz on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and let me know. Let me see how y'all coming. Let me see how y'all coming for real. Off camera, I did her other eye, and then I also popped on some lashes. We're going in with the long wear foundation from NARS in the shade Macau. And for primer, we'll go in with the Milk Grip Primer, which is one of my favorites. I love the method of doing swatches before going completely in, because also you want to make sure you have the perfect match to the skin tone. And also I love the foundation to be buildable to your liking, but today it's giving very much full coverage. So I don't want to hear, oh, that's too much concealer. No, this full coverage, this the whole pazam, and that's what we are giving today. The concealer we are using is the Born This Way concealer, the same one we use for her eyebrows in the shade Cookie. And now I'm going to blend it out with the setting brush from Real Technique. And before I blend it out, I make sure I allow that concealer to set and to dry down for a few minutes until we blend it out so it can be creamy and full coverage. Now I am going to bring a little bit more warmth into her face. So I went with the Camo Elf concealer, and this is in the shade Rich Ebony. And also I went in with a lighter concealer for the bottom of her under eye, just to lighten it up a little bit more. And I'll make sure I put it down in the description box below. This is from the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is one of my favorite poppers. But yes, you can use a darker concealer for a contour. I feel like it's very convenient if you don't have any of your contour sticks around you, or you're running out or running low. You can always find another way. So when you are blending out your contours and your concealers, make sure you stay in place. And also throughout the glam, you guys will see me go back and forth with my foundation Instapot brush from Real Technique. And that's just so I can blend out everything seamlessly. No harsh lines. You want everything to come together. Now it's time to grab your damp beauty blender, and you'll begin to blend out the edges of everything. There's never enough blending, honey. So we went in with our damp beauty blender, blend out the concealer. It was giving butter, it was giving smooth, and then you'll get ready to use the same beauty blender. Make sure it's damp, and then you'll begin to set the face. I went with the Laura Mercier setting powder. I set those areas wherever we concealed. I set it with that translucent. And then I also set the remaining of her face with a Huda Beauty powder. And I'll make sure that I put it down below. So I wanted to keep her under eye snatched and looking like a little bit more smoky. So I went in with the Ruby Kisses black liner from the hair store. And then I went in to smoke it out with some Cocoa Woe. And this is from Morphe. This is the darkest shade they have. And I used this just to smoke up her under eye. I wanted to bring an extra pop to the look, so I went with a matte white shadow from the new Precision palette, and I just popped it in the corner of her eye. And right after, I wanted to bring a little bit more warmth to her face and set that cream contour with some powder contour. So I went with a bronzer, the same one we used for her first transition shade on her eyes. This is in the shade Trailblazer from Morphe. Y'all, we was having a good conversation. It was lit. She's an Aries. One of my best friends are Aries. Shout out to you. But yeah, I just sometimes when I ask my students or my clients or anybody like, "What's your sign?" I ain't gonna lie, it makes me get closer to them because especially when I'm really familiar with that sign, we can relate and I can tell them about themselves. So that's what we was doing now. But the blush we are going in with to bring some more Barbie look to her face. This is from the 8D palette from Morphe. It's a bronzer blush palette, and I love blush. I'm not anyway that overdoes it with blush, but it brings it all together and it's so worth it. So after I contour her nose with that same bronzer shade that we use for her cheekbones and jawline, I begin to get ready to set those features. I went in with the Huda Beauty powder that we set her face with, and I made sure that I will show it in the next clip. I set her under her cheekbones, also her nose contour, just to bring all the structures of her features together so she can get that very snatched look. Now it's time to get ready for the lip combo. So here is Infallible Wear Concealer in the shade Ivory. This is a white concealer, very full coverage. So what this does to the lips is in the center, it helps for a nude lip to lighten it up a little bit more. So that's what I go in with. I top it on top of my pink nude. This is a nude liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Version for Morphe. This is one of my favorites for my girls, and I just love the shade that it does. This is the hair store gloss. Y'all already know I love my $2 hair store gloss. I'm never gonna back down. I love it. And then here go the Ruby Kisses dark brown lip liner that I overlove at the hair store as well. So that will be going in with NW45, NC50, and NC42. These shades are from the Studio Fix by MAC. I love Studio Fix. I feel like it just gives that filter look. The NW45 is what is her original skin tone. I'll set the remaining of the face, blend out the edges, and then for the NC50 and the NC42, which is her lighter shades, it's to keep the under eye smooth, full coverage, and also to keep the under eye lightening and brightening. So I recommend you guys to always have at least two different pressed powder shades for your clients, because you're gonna need one to keep the under eye highlighted and also to set the remaining of the face. I hope I broke it down to you guys good enough. Now that everything is sealed in and blended, it's time to spray that face and drown your client with that Morphe setting mist, and I love it so much. Now we'll be going in with the Warrior palette from Juvia's Place just to highlight my client, and I love using things that can mimic other things. Like, I really love that shimmer shade, so I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna use for her highlighter. Like, and it just, look at that nose. Oh my god, it just was giving. She was giving walk-in filter. Yes, lady, she was giving walk-in filter, giving very much raw. Off camera, I did put on some mascara, and then honestly, that was the finishing look. And I just feel like, y'all, we killed it. Ladies, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This look was given very much, and I just want to let you guys know that if you guys are going with your journey, you want to even do your own face, you want to be a content creator, or you want to be a makeup artist, you can do it. You guys have to believe in yourself a little bit more, be more confident. I tell my students all the time, be more confident in your work, put it into your craft, be more focused, be consistent. You will not grow within yourself if you're really not determined to do it. You guys need to have more discipline. Sometimes when you're not doing nothing, get up and grab that mirror and grab that makeup and go put on some makeup. Or go grab your sister, sit her in the chair and say, girl, you finna model for me. So yes, I love you guys so much. If you guys want to follow me on this inspired look, make sure you tag me at LashaysGlamz on all platforms. Thank you guys for watching this, and I hope I come out with some more bangers for you guys. I love you guys so much, and this is giving very much raw, and I can't wait to see you guys. If this is your first time watching, please subscribe, comment down below, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And this is the page where you'll learn all the gems. Period. Love you guys. Mwah.